Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the data table feature in Excel, a powerful tool for performing sensitivity analysis. Data tables allow you to explore how changes in one or two variables impact your results, making it easier to analyze different scenarios side by side. Whether you're looking to compare different interest rates, sales forecasts, or any other key metrics, data tables can help you gain valuable insights quickly and efficiently. This tutorial is an excerpt from a comprehensive video where I cover all the built-in tools in Excel for sensitivity analysis, including the Go-Seek, data tables, scenario manager, solver, and even your own custom scenario manager. If you're interested in learning about those, be sure to check out the full video in the description below. So let's dive in and learn how to use data tables to make your Excel models even more powerful. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up if you learn anything from today's video. Let's gonna get started. Let's gonna look first on the setup of our Excel file. So we're going to pretend to be a real estate developer. And we have the costs here to build a house. We have the land costs, civil, electrical, the plumbing costs, the finishes, the vacancy cost, and the month's vacancy. Total cost is calculated below by adding the total costs of the first 5 items and then adding the multiplication cost between the vacancy cost per month times the number of months the real estate is going to be vacant. That's going to bring us to a total cost of $780,000. Then we have the max sale price of $1 million and they calculate below the profitability, which is the difference between the sale and the total cost, and the margin, which is the division between the sale price divided by the cost minus 1. The data table. So here I built a very simple table where I have a header for the profit. Then I make this cell here equal to your profitability of $220,000. And then I have here numbers that will represent the number of vacancy months that we're going to have for the house. The objective of this exercise now is to check how our profitability is going to increase or decrease as you change the number of months the property is going to be empty. So how to do it? The first thing you're going to do, you're going to select the entire table with the 2 columns but without the headings. Make sure your selection includes all the periods and the input for the profitability. Then you're going to click on data. Again, you're going to go to the what if analysis. You're going to click there and you're going to select data table. Data table window pops up and there are 2 inputs you want to change, which is the month's vacancy. I'm going to click OK and here we go. We have the results for our sensitivity analysis based on change in the vacancy months. Another thing you can do is to calculate multiple results in one go. So let's say I want this cell here to be equal to our margin. There we go. I want to make sure I will format it properly, so I'm gonna get the painter. Home painter, I just want to format. There we go. And I also want to have borders for each one of the cells. There we go. Let me add one here, and there we go. So now if I select all the table that I just made in here, go back to data, what if analysis, and data table, because we have all the numbers for sensitivity analysis laid out in the column, I'm going to select column. I'm going to select the cell, which is the months. I'm going to press OK. You can see here that now we perform sensitivity analysis for the profitability and for the margin. And let's say now I'm going to change the number over here to 3. Enter. Here we have the results for our calculations, which will match exactly the same results we achieved in our data table. That's it. Let's going to make another table now to see how that would work if we were to perform the sensitivity analysis in rows. Alright, so let's see how to do it in rows. I'm going to lay out first the months that we want to make the analysis for. It's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's enough. Then here I'm going to set up the profit, and below it I'm going to set the margin. Enter. There we go. Another way you can do it, you can delete and press Ctrl D. That's going to copy exactly the formula and format of the cell above. The only thing you have to do after is to set up the right format. Now I'm going to select everything that I need. And I'm going to make sure we have borders just to make it more clear. And we're ready to go. I'm going to reselect everything again. Click on data, what if analysis, data table. But now, instead of selecting the column input cell, we're going to select the row input cell because the variable that are going to vary is set on a row, not in a column. We're going to click over here and select the month's vacancy cell. I'm going to press OK, and there we go. We have the results as we would have for the columns. I just want to make the proper format. And here we go. For 6 months vacancy, we have $220,000 as profit and 28.21%, which is the same number that we calculated in the first table and the same number that we calculated in the second table. Now, whatever change you make in our model, everything's going to be reflected in the two tables, and all the results will always match, no matter what you do. However, there's a downside with the data table. This can really slow down the Excel calculation when you have large amounts of data to calculate or to rely upon. That's not really recommended, because if you realize every time you type something in your Excel model, the data table has to rerun, and that's going to take a lot of memory out of your computer. Okay, now let's going to do something even different. So far, we were able to give one input and calculate the outputs of your model. But what if we want to make the analysis for two inputs? How we should do it? So I'm going to get rid of everything. I'm going to select Home and clear all. Now I'm going to get the numbers that we want to perform the sensitivity analysis with. So first, I want to perform a sensitivity analysis with the month's vacancy and the cost of the land. So on our columns, I'm going to have the month's vacancy. So let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And on the rows, we're going to have the cost of land. So let's say $250,000. I'm going to just format. And I'm going to copy and paste across. That should be enough. So here we're going to have 300. Then we're going to have 350. Then we're going to have 400. We're going to have 450. And we're going to have $500,000. All right. In this cell here, right on the top corner, we're going to make this cell equals to the profitability because this is the value we want to calculate as the output of our sensitivity analysis. I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to select the entire table. I'm going to go to Home, make sure I fix the borders just to make it clear for us to see. And now we can go and perform the analysis. Click on Data, What If Analysis, Data Table. Now, what should we do? Because we have data in the rows and in the columns, we have to add data into the two input fields. For the rows, we have the cost of the land. So we should select the cell that refers to the cost of the land. And for the column, we have the month's vacancy. So we should select the cell that refers to the month's vacancy. I'm going to press OK. I'm going to now select and make sure we have the good format. And here we go. We have the correct answers for the sensitivity analysis. Right now, we have an input of $400,000 as land cost and 6 months. And if you look over here, you're going to see that our profitability matches exactly $220,000, which is the same value that we have calculated initially. And if you're to change this number here to $300,000 and 5 months, that would equate to a $322,500 of profit, which should be the same number that we're going to find right over here. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel and give me a thumbs up if you learned anything from today's video.